to Play Store, you'll find it. It's called M-Tax.
M-Tax?
M-Tax. My tax. Yeah, M stands for my tax.
So it's just an M and then the word tax.
And tax.
That enjoined.
Enjoined. And you see the BURS logo.
Okay. The app is M-Tax. It's not BURS. No. It's just M-Tax, and then you'll be able to download it from Google Store. Okay, I'll come back to you. First, let's talk, Jeannette, about paying tax. The importance of tax to us as individuals that pay tax, to companies, to the country, to the economy. Is it important to pay tax?
It is indeed very important to pay tax. It is what we call a social contract between the government and its people. Because once you are at a stage whereby you are earning some sort of revenue, you have to contribute to the upkeep of your nation, to the development of your country. So it is incumbent upon you as an individual to really take that responsibility seriously, to say, I am a Botswana. When I look at the roads, are they in good shape? And what is it that I am doing? If at all you've got the means to be paying your taxes. It is these taxes that are used for the maintenance of the roads, for the development of schools, hospitals, the upkeep of our elderly people, social benefits, and so forth and so on. And like I've indicated later on, when the minister goes to Parliament and lays the budget, most of the funding for that budget comes from taxes. And it's about approximately 70% is required from taxes to fund the budget.
No, the 59.6 billion you collected last year bears testament to what you've just said.
Yes.
But who should be paying tax? Who's paying tax? That those that pay, that those that don't pay when they're supposed to pay? Whose responsibility is it? Who is eligible to pay tax?
Anybody earning 48,000 per annum should register for tax. Those are the people who are eligible for paying tax.
Earning how? Earning because you are working, you have a salary, or earning because omeko kogai onalamatwa hirisiwan lo na honela 70,000 tekangwa kana 200,000 tekangwa. So anybody above 48,000 amudira kangwa. Okay.
And it's your earnings, whatever revenues you are earning from your country, either by being employed, be it by rentals like you have indicated. Some of us are earning directors' fees. Some have invested, they're earning some interest, all forms of income to an individual.
Okay.
Yes.
Including taxi owners, bus owners.
Yes.
All the people are supposed to pay tax if BMC.
Yes, if your income at the end of the year is above 48,000 pula.
Okay.
Yes.
I am asking these because often at times when the taxman knocks on your door that you are not paying tax, you know that you're in trouble. How do you calculate? How is tax calculated?
For individuals, there's something called the tax table. And this tax table gradually goes up. The more you earn, the more tax you pay. The beginning is just right there, 48,001 and so on. And you pay the bare minimum, which is 5%. And as you go up at the apex, you got the 25%.
Okay.
So, yes.
So it keeps on increasing according to how much
you earn. According to how much you earn.
Okay, and back to Makgolo.
Yes.
The filing season starts today until September 30th. Maybe you can just give us a background and the importance of this filing season. Why the filing season? What is the purpose of the filing season?
Thank you, Benson. You know that our tax year starts on the 1st of July each year and ends on the 30th of June each year. So over that period, we are earning some income and we are even paying some taxes. For example, if you are employed, those deductions towards tax, you are paying them towards BURS, and now comes the end of the year. Now you have to indicate that during this tax year, this is how much I have earned, be it through your salaries, any other means of revenue that has come to you, or income that has come to you. So you just declare all that, and then BURS is going to make an assessment and see if, considering whatever you have earned as income and whatever you have paid, is it fair enough? Have you met all your obligations? Or even have the taxman even cheated you? You have paid more than you should have paid.
In the event that you have cheated me, can I seek redress? Can I get a refund?
There are refunds, and that's what is important for everybody actually to file their taxes. At times, people are not aware that actually, for example, if I have a house that I'm renting, and whenever there are some allowable expenses that I incur towards the maintenance of that house, at times we forget to declare that I have spent so much for this income that I'm declaring. So you might be earning 2,000 pula per month, but actually there are some expenses that will then reduce your tax liability.
Are there any consequences if I don't declare, if I don't file, if I don't submit?
If you don't file your taxes on time, like our theme always says, then each day after the day that we expect you to have filed, we charge you 100 pula penalty. So it's a lot, yes.
Okay, so it's cumulative, it keeps on.
It's cumulative,
okay.
Yes.
And maybe when you talk about the issue of your readiness technologically, data capturing, what really specific measures has the BURS implemented to safeguard taxpayer data and ensure security during this filing season? All
right. We take taxpayer information security very seriously. So therefore, from that perspective, we have invested and we have implemented, a lot of our security protocols, which I may not say all of them, but one of them you would know is one of the OTPs. When you change your password, it will send you an online taxpayer. It's one of those, but I will not mention all of them for fear that people might be able to know our weaknesses. And then in addition to that, we ensure that we call outsiders, experts, to come and audit our environment, security experts, to see if there are any particular gaps and give us advice, and we make sure that we patch on the gaps.
Okay.
Yeah, but one of the most important things we can simply say, we always talk to our taxpayers to say, don't share your passwords. If you're doing anything relating to your tax, to your tax matters, when you leave the e-services or whatever, please log out, some of those things.
What becomes of those that are not doing their taxes themselves, but rather they have contracted maybe a tax consultant? Right. What happens?
When you have contracted a tax consultant, obviously, you are the one who will give them the power. You will apply for them to BURS, that this is my tax consultant. And they will be given credentials under your ambit. You actually have control as to who you can give access within your profile, and you can allocate what is it that they can do within your profile.
Okay. Makgolo.
Yes.
Let's talk about customer service. Can I walk into your offices? If I don't walk into your office, can I use any of your digital platforms? At the end of it, produce a huge, bright smile and say, wow, I've been given legendary service, pleasurable service at BURS. What strategies do you have in place in ensuring that there's customer satisfaction and so on and so forth?
As BURS, we make sure that actually we rely much on online services. We save you through our e-services. But whenever there is a need for you to visit our offices, we have put measures in place that who has to serve you. Something that we have since improved actually Yeah, in the past we might have had issues of people queuing, having a lot of queues at our offices, people not knowing where to go. But we've since come up with a customer service strategy that says we're going to segregate our customers, each group or each cluster, as and when they come to our offices, they know who has to serve them.
And you also know your customer as well. And
yes.
you understand their needs.
Yes.
So, but in terms of the strategy, the wholesome strategy at BURS, where you have been, where you are, and where you're going, can you outline or give us a hint of exactly what the expectation should be? I know you've already done a good job. 59.6 billion for the first time in the history of this country.
Yes.
It's commendable. And once again, kudos for that. The strategy at BURS to make sure that you keep holding the fort, you keep producing good results, what is it that you do differently together with your team?
Our customer is key. That is what comes most to us. And we know that for tax purposes, education is key. People have to know what is expected of them and how to do it. In taxes, we call it, we have to nurture voluntary compliance. We have to make sure that people are willing to comply. And how do you do that? You have to make it, you have to make sure that people understand what is expected of them, and you have to make sure that people can comply at less effort and less costs.
And talking about compliance.
Yes.
Word in the street, this is unverified. I'm just talking from how I speak to people, and you often hear people say, sometimes the taxman, this feared man called taxman, and there was a taxman in the Bible. One of the disciples was a taxman.
Yes.
Yes. One was a physician in the Bible. But someone would say the taxman has this penchant of going after the small man. And the big boys, I'm not saying the names of the big boys, not that I know if there's any big boys, but they escape tax. Is it true? Is this a perception, or everyone has to pay tax and everyone is followed to pay tax? There's no small man, there's no big man. What is the truth?
Everybody have to pay what is due from them, be it big or small.
Okay.
So each and everyone have to make sure that they pay what they have to pay. For example, in BURS, we have what we call the large taxpayer unit for those companies, actually mostly, that are large, depending on the thresholds that have been set, how they meet them. And like Mamuso has indicated, she's responsible for the small and medium-sized ones. Okay. So for the large taxpayers, for example, each of them has got a relationship manager to make sure that those are the big guys. They have to be taken good care of.
Okay.
Yes.
Because they bring in lots and lots of money.
Yes.
They must be taken care of.
Yes.
The same thing we see in banking. There's the wealth portfolio, there's the SMME, there's the corporate, and so on and so forth. But let me come back to you in a bit. Let me ask Memosu, your level of readiness. The filing season commenced today, ending September. How ready are you in terms of now coping with the anticipated surge in filings?
The trend of our filing is, at the beginning, the citizenry or the taxpayers are not that many. It is towards the last month, in fact, towards the last week, that we have a big surge. We have taken our time, obviously, to upgrade our technology, to make sure that we can handle volumes. We tested them and make sure that will be possible. And during that particular time, we will also increase resources. Sometimes we use temporary employees and stuff like that to make sure, just in case people do come to our offices, hopefully they will not come, that there will be enough resources and enough employees to actually attend to them. And as we are saying, we are also going to be going out actually this time. We are not going to be waiting for taxpayers to come to us only. You will soon see beautiful cars with a beautiful logo, yeah, BURS,
Okay.
you know, where we are taking the services to the people. And within those cars, you'll be able to file your returns and stuff like that. We'll have various places, various kiosks and stuff like that, when people can go. And with certain large employers, we'll be going into their offices, and some employers are great enough. They section a particular area for them and allow us to assist their employees to file their returns.
If the mountain cannot go to Moses, must go to the mountain, something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in the journey that you're talking about, that you're going to embark on, are you going to educate them on what taxes are, on issues of compliance and so on and so forth?
Of course, we'll have, you know, a massive, you know, education campaign. We have taken the time, you know, to analyze our data, to see, you know, where our taxpayers are not compliant.
Okay.
You know, which group of taxpayers is not compliant, and most of the time, what are the problems? Sometimes it's lack of knowledge,
Okay.
sometimes it's technological challenges and so on. And this time we'll be having targeted campaigns.
Thank you so much. In 30 seconds, I want you to round it up and crown it up, say anything that maybe you could have left, and maybe also speak to those that you collaborate with, organs that you work with, you collect on their behalf. How is it going, so on? Just anything else, please wrap it up for us.
Okay, no, thank you very much. But the key thing today is let us do our return filing on time to avoid any penalties, and also to remain compliant. Because actually, if you are not compliant, you can lose a lot of opportunities, whereby at times you have to access your benefits and you don't have that tax clearance certificate. And for those whom we actually collect on their behalf, we make sure that we remit whatever is due to them on time, and also make sure that we collect everything that is due to them. So far we've been doing a good job, and our memorandum of understandings are in good order.
Me Lebe Sanimuso, Acting Commissioner Operations, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lewena Motsadi Mutwarate, Commissioner General, Me Jeannette Makgolo, thank you so much for being with us and giving us insights, especially on the new journey you're embarking on that is happening obviously every year, of filing of the taxes that commences today until September 30th. And once again, congratulations on the huge quantums you collected last year.
Thank you very much, and we're going to do it again.
I believe in you. Thank you so much. Well, that is that with our BURS guest talking filing of taxes that commence today until September 30th. Moving on. In an effort to promote local participation and foster collaboration with the different stakeholders, the Botswana Police Service, BPS, has embarked on an initiative that encourages business communities to adopt a police station across the country. Under the initiative, Botswana Police Services will partner with business organizations with the view to uplift police facilities to ensure a conducive working environment that enhances effective service delivery. Let's take a look.
It is indeed an honor and privilege to have been given an opportunity to officiate at the breakfast meeting of the newly introduced Botswana Police Service Adopt a Police Station initiative. This is a significant milestone in our continuous efforts to engender a safer and secure environment through this renewed partnership with the business community. I am delighted to learn that this meeting follows several meetings with various business organizations for buy-in and to find the best way to implement the initiative. I'm also grateful to know that the